that's going to be the case, and we'll introduce our players here on Heavy Rain, which is a really intriguing map for PvZ in my point of view. I really like this map in actually in every matchup. I think it's really well designed. It's something a bit different, but not brokenly different.
As a Zerg player, I don't like this map, especially against Protoss. It's alright against Turn, but especially against Protoss, there's so many chokes, and really we have seen GrAve play this very heavy Colossus sort of style. We've seen that in every single game except for the last game. So it is interesting, but with the chokes, it could actually help out GrAve this game, and I think he may be able to tie it up. But spawning down in the 6 o'clock position, guys, we do have the Blues are currently up 2-1. It's Solar. And up in the 12 o'clock position, spawning as the blue Protoss, or the teal Protoss, playing for Team ESC, is GrAve.
GrAve, he's a good Protoss player. He actually came into this tournament as a replacement for Levy. He was one of the I think he was ranked ninth in the Winter League points, and so when Levy couldn't make it, he was our first replacement, or something along those lines. The guy that was above him couldn't make it, so we went down to GrAve, and he did a good job to get here. And I mean, Arthur didn't show up to his group, and GrAve, he got a free win against Arthur. He lost to Fel, but then he actually beat No Name, which was, he played a good 2 games against No Name. So really intrigued to see how he's going to do in this next match. Can he tie it up, or is he just going to fall out in the round of 8? A lot of people, everyone in the round of 8, will say, well, who is GrAve? And I mean, this is GrAve. He's the guy who can take a game off of Solar. And I mean, that was just a strong build. Solar wasn't prepared, even though he scouted it. He didn't have enough, and this is what you gotta do to be a good player. Sometimes just throwing them all in. He's tried 2 macro games, they didn't work out. Throwing it all in, gets one map, maybe he gets his confidence up, gets the momentum rolling, and now we'll see if he can continue that on into game 4.
I think Solar was a little bit too overconfident last game. I think because he
Hmm.
took 2 games that far and he's seen that he's not really an aggressive player. Once he did straight that, but he went 3 hots before pool, ladies and gentlemen. And we do see this yet again, so really greedy play coming out. And if GrAve was to do the exact same build, I think he could possibly take another map off Solar.
Yeah, I. The thing is, I think in that last game, so that his overlords were a bit out of position. He got supply blocked, which really hurt him. He didn't kill off the first pylon, which he could have, and that would have really helped him out as well, I think.
Yeah.
Um, and and yeah, just in general, I mean, I think he just made a few mistakes, and well, I mean, there's no point looking back on it now. But let's see what you can do in this game, and I'll be interested to see if he. I mean, he's already got overlords in position, and overlord scouting is a lot easier on this map, so he should be able to spot what goes on in this game as well. And again, free hatch before pool, nice greedy opening between these 2 guys to get things off the ground.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We do see 2 gateways being placed down in a nice position really from GrAve here. He's going to get that wall off nice and simple. Sentry has already been built, so he is going to be quite safe from any sort of Zergling run by right now as we do see that. So I really like the position for GrAve so far this gateway expand, but we do see Solar being greedy as hell yet again. We've seen this from every single game from him. He's just sort of this really player that really doesn't care about build order losses and he just wants to go for it.
Mhm. 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 Twilight. This is a fast Twilight Council, man.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Do you think, especially with
I
Forge
I
coming down?
don't think it's DT. It's not with the Forge. I think it's just a +2 blink timing, or it may not even be +2. It may just be +1 because it was a gate expand. But I think it's a blink timing, unless
Yeah.
he does something weird like a zealot timing. But he's getting attacked, so I think it's going to be blink.
Yeah, I think it'll be blank, or it will probably be charged that Archon coming from that point.
I don't think it would be charged with Archon. Just
No,
I
but
think if you wanted to do that, you'd get armor.
yeah, yeah, that's
Um,
definitely true.
yeah, well, that wasn't actually me leaving.
Yeah,
So,
that's okay.
uh, so yeah, a blink on a Twilight Council, and GrAve is gonna shut down this Overlord. But I mean, he gets a perfect scout. He sees the Forge Chrono Boost, and he sees the Twilight Council researching, and Solar just starts up a lair here immediately. And I mean, again, I'm pretty sure he'll know this isn't DTs. He might think it's DTs. He might take precautions towards that. But I don't think he's going to be too worried about it because again, he saw that Forge, and to get the Forge that quick, I think isn't quite so standard.
Yeah, he's actually warping in an interesting amount of sensors really for going blink. I think he's just trying to build that stalker trait a little bit more earlier than he is actually doing it right now. I think that would help him definitely against a player of Solar's caliber. But we are going to see that he is nice saturated up to where he wants to be. The the lure is halfway done. Speed has been started, and roaches, as soon as they get into production, he's really going to need to blink micro really well against the Zerd's economy to be able to do damage.
Yeah, he really is, and I mean that +1's finishing. He does have time to start +2. What's probably going to happen? He's probably going to attack where when when +2 isn't finished, and then +2 will finish kind of during his attack. If he gets +2, he might just decide to make literally a whole ton of stalkers. We see a burrow coming out of Solar, and this is the advantage of getting a scout off like this, because if he gets burrow, I mean, there's no answer to burrow right now from GrAve. He doesn't have a robotics facility, he doesn't have a Stargate, so he can't make an Oracle. He's got no way to answer burrow. And I mean, burrow means that basically none of Solar's units should ever die here.
Yeah, that's definitely true. There is a lot of sentries though coming in, so the force field should be good enough. But as you were saying, Morty, Burrow is just so good against a blink all in. It's definitely a very strong um, additional feature that we have seen a lot of Zerg players going for. He is actually going to kill these rocks with these zealots, trying his best, but that pylon is going to take him down.
Yeah, this pylon's going to go down, not even a cancel here. There is another pylon just slightly northeast of this one. But already you can see, I mean, GrAve is delayed in this attack. He's just backing off. And, I mean, if he backs off here, I mean, obviously he wanted to be aggressive, but maybe he just backs off and tries to take a third base. But it's so hard to, because without a robo facility, it's going to be so long for him to get, any attack up at all. I mean, you could go for Temper Archives and get Archons, but it's not really ideal. So what he was actually doing, he's just backing off to come around the right-hand side. Apparently he decided that was a little bit faster than going, fighting up this ramp after killing off them rocks. So, I mean, I'm still I'm not too convinced about this, man. I mean, we've got some more stalkers coming in here. These sentries are going to start moving forward, but these roaches looking as though they might come in from behind. But still, I mean, he's known about this for so long. Look at the supplies, 150 to 82.
Yeah, man, it's just there's so many roaches and Zerglings behind us. He's actually going to go in. The force fields aren't good enough. Burrow has been placed down, and there's no chance of any detection being brought out early enough. We do see the robotics bay being sorted, and really 75% of the way is +2 attack for a Protoss player. So maybe if that finishes, he might stand a chance, but I don't see it.
But Solar can just waste all the force fields. I mean, he runs in here, forces 2 force fields, and then he just burrows and takes no damage.
Yeah.
He loses a roach to force 2 force fields, and GrAve can't keep this up forever. And I mean, Solar's just going to get ready to come in and attack here in a moment. He's getting tunneling claws right now, so these roaches can move. But oh my god.
Right. He's in a pretty bad position. Oh, the lens are going to come in here. Oh, recall has been activated, and he is going to jump out of there. Really, GrAve is in a really bad position right now. No third base or nothing down. He's actually going to just blink to kill that overseer. And I just don't know what he can do from this point, Bordy.
No, me either. I mean, he's got to try to take a third base, or he tries to switch into kind of an immortal blink all in off of 2 bases. Either one isn't really going to be strong from the way he opened here.
No, definitely not. But we do see immortals being produced, so if he can get a decent immortal count out, maybe he may stand the chance with decent blink micro, but he needs that third base to be put down.
I mean, Solar's maxed out. And Solar can just move across the map, sit outside the natural, and just wait for his opponent to walk into him. Because if he ever takes a fight, it's going to be heavily advantageous because of his concave. And, he wants to trade off units so that he can actually tech up.
Yeah, definitely. I do think he will gather a large bank right now, and his bank will start to build up. So at this point in time, he can tack into whatever he wants to. We do not see a hive being started yet. Swarm host is actually starting to be produced, and I think this is perfect on a map like this. But the lanes are going to come in here. Force fields aren't good enough. The lanes are able to do a decent amount of damage. Burrow, and he's moving underneath these force fields. Oh, is it going to be enough though? But he looks like he's going to try and get out of there.
So. I don't think so, but it doesn't matter because you can see, I mean, the plan here for Solar is he's just going to remake Swarm Hosts, and there's no splash damage, and without splash damage you can't deal with Swarm Hosts effectively. They're just, they're cost efficient as they are, of course, making 3 units, but then when you don't have splash damage, they're just kind of unfightable. You have to waste so many force fields, and then you're just going to die to the surround because you've run out of force fields. So this is a really tough position for GrAve. Trying to take his third base, but realistically, I just don't think it's going to work. This is the problem. You try an all-in, it doesn't work. You fall behind for a reason. It's called an all-in for a reason, and this is this reason, because it's very hard to come back from if it doesn't work. Solo looking to come in from 2 angles here. And, I mean, this might kill him before the Swarm hosts even touch him.
Yeah, that's definitely true. The roaches are going to get up. 2 force fields goes down, another force field goes down, and that third base actually gets cancelled right now. I think GrAve is just going to have to go all in then right now, and these swarm hosts will be able to defend that off. The swarm host count is starting to get out of control right now with the Spire being started. So if you do see classes coming out from our Protoss player, he will be able to deal with them by getting a couple of corruptors out. But we do see more units being warped down
They've
in the
got
left hand
roaches in the
corner.
main as well. There's
Yeah.
roaches in the main, there's roaches in the natural. Solo's just harassing all over, and GrAve is going all in. He's pulling everything. Well, not pulling everything, but warping in everything on the aggressive. And, well, what can I say? I mean, he's got locusts here to defend. He's on 4 bases, so he's got a sick economy. And, I mean, how does GrAve genuinely fight this? He doesn't get the force field on the ramp to stop the roaches coming up. This force field's kind of nice. He might kill off this 3rd base. But so what? I mean, he's losing all of his mine in the main. He's going to lose most of his mine in the natural to follow up with. And Solo's got a 4th base to start sending these drones to mine from instead.
Yeah, that's definitely true. There's so much economy damage being done to
GrAve's
GrAve.
move
Oh,
commands, and he's going to lose all his sentries.
that's definitely not good.
No, that's definitely not good at all. And I mean, he's not actually going to lose as many as I initially thought, but he's going to get chased down here, and he's continuing to lose units. He has to turn and fight, but if he turns and fights, he just doesn't have enough. And I mean, finally these roaches are cleaned up in the main just before they kill the main nexus. But GrAve, he's on 35 workers, he's on 85 army supply, and Solo's maxed out. Again, just baiting force fields, getting his swarm host in position to go for kind of a locust around. I don't even know if it's needed here, because, well, GrAve, Solo just seems to have way too much lings, and corruptors now coming in too, just preparing for a tech switch. And this game, I think it's Solo's. I think he's just played this out phenomenally, you know, start to finish, no real mistakes made from him.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. There's just not enough army to be able to deal with Solar's army. Solar is capped out right now. It's 196 supply to 118, and the swarmers are going to come in here. You don't have enough